Hello, 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 hello. Welcome once again to Ebusuembi YouTube channel. I know it has been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't mean to keep my fans in the dark, but if you are new to this channel, welcome. And this channel is mainly, politics in Africa, politics about African governance, and once in a while, we try to, fit in some cooking shows. So that's the main idea or agenda for setting this, for setting up this channel. So once again, welcome to all my new fans and my old fans. You are also welcome. I'm sorry I've been, slacking on this channel is because of other engagements. So I hope you guys will forgive me. And yeah, we're back at it again. Today I happen to be a little free and decided to, treat you to some things that are going on. And whatever we're going to talk about here is nothing new. It's not something you've not heard before. But once in a while, we have to keep on reminding ourselves because Africa, we are lagging behind. And there is no point that Africa should lag behind. Africans are smart, intelligent, brilliant people. And we have everything under the sun. We have all the raw materials you can think of to move Africa forward. But I mean, why are we where we are? We are where we are because we don't have the right kind of leadership. We don't have the leaders that we used to have in the past. The leaders of the characters like Dr. Osajefo Kwame Nkrumah, who was very patriotic, selfless, and a visionary. So yeah, so to keep the ball rolling, I don't mean to do operate this channel for any financial gains or whatever. I happen to stumble on this channel because of my passion for politics and to see um, um, human beings enjoy life, especially Africans. Well, I don't understand why we should have poverty in Africa. There's no reason why there should be poverty in Africa. And I mean, Ghana specifically. I'm originally from Ghana, so most of my content will be geared towards, talking about Ghana because that's what where I know much about. Um, what why is it that in Ghana, we have to, citizens have to align themselves with politicians in order to like make ends meet. That is the fact. You know, we have created a system such that if you don't know a politician, if you are not related to a politician, or if your friend does not know a politician, there is nothing that you do in the country that will go on. That is the bottom line. That is the truth. You know, when are we going to get patriotic leaders in Ghana? For the past 32 plus years, we've had the MPP and the NDC rule Ghana. What has changed? Nothing has changed. You may say that Mr. Mahama has not been in power for so long, but look at America. Look at what Trump has achieved in this short span that he has been in office. Look at what Trump has achieved. Look at the policies that he is tabling before Congress or the senators. I mean, look, what policies, what aggressiveness have we seen on the part of Mr. Mahama? What has changed in the politics of Ghana? African politicians, they know how to get power, but when they get the power, they don't know how to use it to the benefit of the people because they don't have good intentions for the people. That is the truth. African politicians don't have good intentions for the sons and daughters of Africa. And it's high time African people rise up to the occasion and demand what is rightfully theirs. The natural resources that God has blessed Africa with is not for the benefit of politicians alone. Think about it. How old are you now? In Ghana, like I said earlier, NDC and MPP, they've ruled Ghana for 32 plus years. If Mr. Mahama finishes his 4-year term that he started now, then it will be 36 years. 36 years out of your life. How we our life expectancy. What's the life expectancy of Ghanaians? I think for the women is 63 years and for the men is 60 years. I may be wrong. So 36 years out of your, where is the development? Where is the development? Where is the roadmap to let the people know that, government in, government out, they are aggressively pursuing ideas that, we see, ideas that will create jobs for the people. Where? Day in, day out, we hear sons and daughters of Ghana, sons and daughters of Africa travel on the Sahara Desert to get to Europe. People die on this journey, on this voyage. What conscious effort have been tabled before Parliament or ECOWAS or African Union or whatever? What conscious effort has been made by African leaders, especially our Ghanaian leaders, to create jobs for the youth? Ghanaian youth are talented. Ghanaian youth are very smart. Ghanaian youth are energetic. But now look, yesterday I was watching a video clip on the internet where I understand that now there's a new drug in the system called red, that people just, I don't know whether they drink it or sniff it or inject it or whatever, but this is what this government, the NDC and the previous government, have turned Ghanaian youth into: drug addicts, beggars, thieves, armed robbers. I mean, sometimes some of us we are just concerned. I'm not doing this to gain any fame or popularity or whatever. We are just concerned because some of us, we believe that God did not bless us with all that we have, all the mineral resources, for us to come and suffer. Think about it. Think about it. My brother, my sister, my mother, my auntie, my uncle, whoever is watching me, think about it. If God wanted Ghanaians to suffer or wanted Africans to suffer, God wouldn't bless the African continent with all that we have. Name them. I'm not about to name all that God has blessed us. You know what God has blessed African with. Why should it be only the politicians who should enjoy life? You African, you Ghanaian, you deserve a better life too. You deserve a better life too. What policies are there? If you are born in Ghana, and for that matter, I believe almost every part of Africa, if you are born in Ghana and unfortunately you are born with a disease, like you are a disabled person, what are the policies? What are the policies to help disabled people in Ghana? Tell me. Now, what do we see in Ghana? We have kidney diseases going up. As a result of this galamsey that is polluting the water bodies. Galamsey that is polluting the water bodies because they don't use the right chemicals, or they are not going about mining the right way. When I was growing up, anytime I traveled from Koforidua to Accra or Kwewu in Koko to Accra, we saw the River Densu. Where is the River Densu now? Where is the River Densu now? Our politicians are so greedy for money. They don't want to work hard. They're just lazy. The River Densu is silted. Why should this be happening? Africans, at this very moment, we should even be giving other parts of the world aid. We should be giving other parts of the world aid because there is a lot of blueprints. There's a lot of blueprints that should help African development even be faster. There's a lot of blueprints. There's a lot of blueprints for development when it comes to construction, engineering, healthcare, everything. There's a lot of blueprints. The only problem is leadership, the right leadership. We don't have the right leaders. MPP in, MPP out, NDC in, NDC out. They've shown that they don't care about the people. They just care about themselves. They come, they amass wealth, fly their wives abroad, their girlfriends abroad when they are pregnant. Think about this. Think about it. Does it make sense to you that African politicians, Ghana politicians, when their wives and girlfriends are pregnant, they bring them to America, they send them to Europe to give birth so that they get citizenship of those countries? Why don't they deliver in Ghana? Why don't they deliver in Africa? Why? If they have developed Africa, they have developed Ghana, would they be sending their wives and girlfriends to other countries for the other country citizenship? Now we don't even care about the track record of politicians. All that one needs to be a politician in Ghana is to just gather some thugs, some people who can insult other people. That is what the politicians have turned Ghanaian youth into. They pay money to the youth, just insult this person, insult that person, instead of thinking of how the people will also enjoy life, instead of thinking of how the people will also benefit from our natural resources. These politicians do not care. They don't care. For how long are we going to drum this into some of your heads? For how long? For how long? For how long? You know, if NDC and MPP cared, Ghana should have been way ahead by now. If NDC and the MPP cared, Ghana should have been way ahead by now. What the Osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah left behind, if the MPP and the NDC did not do anything and they have just maintained what the Osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah left behind, there should be employment in Ghana. But look, whatever the Osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah created or built, these guys have come to destroy everything. They've sold guest houses, hotels to themselves. No jobs in Ghana. If the NDC and the MPP care about Ghana youth enough, I keep on asking this question. Why is it that Kantanka Motors, Kantanka the Christo Asafo man, why is he not being supported to create jobs, to help, construct roads, to help construct buildings? Because Ghana, we have accommodation deficit. Kantanka is in the position to revamp the construction industry in Ghana. Why is Kantanka not being helped? Why? Let's ask ourselves. Let's ask ourselves. And now look, they import a lot of unwholesome food into the country. The laws are not being enforced because it's the politicians who are importing this unwholesome food. And this unwholesome food is contributing to, the increase in kidney-related diseases. Ghanaians, it is high time we dish the NDC and the MPP government. Look at Galamsey. Look at Galamsey issue. The MPP comes, they blame NDC for Galamsey. The NDC comes, they blame MPP. Look at what is happening. Leadership is not about somebody going to wear some military uniform and posing like a navy officer or a military commander or whatever. Leadership is about fighting what is happening in Ghana. Look at what is happening in Ghana. For how long? For how long are we going to drum this into your heads that the NDC and the MPP, they don't care? What are the policies in Ghana that help disabled people to, rise up to their best? What are the policies? What are the policies? What are the policies? Where is the roadmap? Where is the roadmap to build industries for Ghanaians? Eh? Where is the roadmap? About 2 3 years ago, the central lithium was discovered in the central region. How has this benefited the people of the central region, or even the locals who are in that village where the lithium was discovered? We need to be serious as a people. We need to be serious as a people. Some of us, like I said earlier, we are just concerned. We are just concerned, and we want to see everybody enjoy life because it's very doable. I've not traveled the whole world, but if you don't need to travel the whole world, when you do research and you look at what other countries are developing on, like the kind of resources the scanty resources that they have, that they are still developing, but yet Ghana, we are blessed with so much, and I mean, nothing seems to be going on. Then we need to start asking questions. Hmm? We need to start asking questions. We need to stop. We need to stop the tribalism, sectionism, and familyism, nepotism, and all of that. Let us speak truth to power. Once upon a time, I was a member of the MPP. Once upon a time, I was. But I realized that what some of us we stand for, that's not what this present MPP they stand for. The MPP that President Kufuor left behind, that is not the MPP we have now. I'm not going to support a party that is corrupt, that promises and fails. No. Hmm? I'm not going to support a party that comes to power and just digs a foundation, spending over, millions of dollars in the name of building a cathedral. Then the cathedral is not even built. I was in full support of the cathedral because the cathedral could have been a source of employment for other people. When you travel around the world, especially in Europe, most of their cathedrals are museums. You go there as a tourist and you pay some money. It generates revenue, it generates employment for other people. Ghanaians, we need to break the Stockholm syndrome. We shouldn't allow these politicians to take us for a ride. These politicians are taking us for a ride. These politicians are taking us for a ride. For how long are we going to allow them? You don't need to be like your party doesn't, it doesn't even make sense. Every government should be government for the people. It shouldn't be like, oh, when your party comes to power, before life should be better for you. No, it doesn't matter which government is in power. Life should be good for everybody, not just the politicians. Hmm? Life should be good for everybody, not just the politicians. This day and age, we still have malaria, cholera killing Ghanaians. This day and age, we still have malaria and cholera killing Ghanaians. When I was growing up, we had what is called town council, tankers. People will be coming to your home to check the cleanliness of your homes and all of that. What has happened to all of those things? What has happened to all of those things? And instead of politicians formulating policies that will help, you know, let the people live better lives, they are even worsening the situation. They are adding to the already existing negative conditions. Now, kidney diseases are on a rise in Ghana. Kidney diseases are on a rise in Ghana. Children are born with birth defects. Children are born with birth defects in Ghana because of the terrible way gold is mined in the country. Children are born with birth defects in Ghana, and nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. Last 2 years or last year thereabout, they said they were building a hospital specifically to treat renal diseases. Why should that happen in the first place? Why should that happen in the first place? Already the country is saddled with treating malaria and cholera. So why should we even make the environment conducive for kidney diseases? Yes, we are creating the environment. We are making the environment conducive for kidney diseases because of all that we're doing to you know our water bodies. Let's remember, our water bodies, they feed our farmlands, and it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you live in Ghana. You buy food, you buy vegetables, you buy meat, and all these foods that we eat or we buy, they are from the farmlands where these waters are polluted, and these waters feed the farmlands. Ghanaians, Ghanaians, Africans, you a Ghanaian, you were not born to suffer. African man, you are not born to suffer. Let's ditch the tribalism and sectionism and nepotism, and let's make sure we vote the right kind of people into positions. Because you deserve better. It's not just the politician that deserves better. And our women too, we need you to help us. What advice are you giving to your husbands? What advice are you giving to your boyfriends who are in positions? Because in Africa, in Ghana, most positions are occupied by men. Most positions, I didn't say all positions. What advice are you giving to the men in positions? Women, are you just concerned about how you look, which I think has become the order of the day? Hmm? Christians, pastors, Islamic scholars, whatever, imams. Now, nobody cares about the community. Well, I'll just leave you with this for now, and um, your comments are welcome, and let me know what you think about this situation, because I'm of the firm belief that God did not create us on this planet. God did not put us in Africa, Ghana to suffer. If God wanted Ghanaians to suffer, God would not bless us with all the mineral resources that we have. How many Ghanaians are able to afford to buy chocolate drinks, chocolate, chocolate candy? Meanwhile, we are the number two cocoa producing country in the world. Until recently, we were the number one. Hmm? So what is happening? What is happening? Let's make sure we get the right leaders in position. And Ghana will go back to her glory, her old glory days. And we can do it. We can do it. Ghanaians are smart. Africans are smart. Hardworking. Ghanaians, when they put their mind to something all around the world, succeed. Mm? So I'll leave you with this for now. And may God bless us all. If you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. Eat healthy. Try to minimize the processed food that you eat. Okay. If you can do something for your community, go ahead and do it. Peace and love to you. Add the half makes full. Okay. Thank you. God bless you. Bye bye.